Hello everyone, and Ladakh once again. Today we are going to discuss the very important yet very basic in English language. Anyone who study English as a second language or write English or read English, this particular topic plays a very important role. Alright, so what happens normally is when we speak English and when we write English, it's entirely different. When we speak English, the kind of a voice modulation that we use, the tone that we use indicates that it is a question, all right, that we are stopping, we are surprised, and we express a lot of emotion out of our voice tone. But when you write, this particular topic is very important. Without this, you are not able to read, you are not able to comprehend the text, and you are not able to understand anything. All right. So what we are going to discuss today is the punctuation mark. Okay, the punctuation marks. We are going to discuss the punctuation marks today. There are a whole lot of punctuation marks in English, but there are few punctuation marks which have been used excessively or which are mostly used in English. Okay, so we are going to discuss those punctuation marks which has been used in English frequently or most commonly used punctuation marks. Okay, so over here, these are the symbols of punctuation marks, and these are how you call those punctuation marks. Okay, the dot over here is also known as a period or a full stop. Okay, period is used in American English and full stop is used in the British English. And this is a question mark, very simple. Okay, the question mark, and then you have this and then this. Okay, at the dot at the end is known as exclamation marks, and then comma, this everybody knows it, semicolon, and then here two dot, colon, and this is at the top. Okay, should not be at the down, as at the top, known as a apostrophe, and this is quotation mark as well as speech marks, and we also know it as a inverted comma. Okay, inverted comma. Okay, and this one is dash, and the longer one is hyphen. Okay, and this dot, many of us use it, so we leave it. Okay, this is known as ellipsis. All right, so we are going to discuss one by one in a little detailed manner. Okay, full stop or a period is used to stop or to end the sentence. When you end the sentence, we use full stop or a period. Now there are many other ways where we also use full stop, okay, let me give you the example first. Okay, it is commonly used in those sentences which are known as declarative or imperative sentences. For example, if you say, I teach English. Okay, this kind of a sentence gives you the information. When it gives you the information, it's saying that I'm teaching English. Okay, and this particular sentence, we use full stop or a period. Or it can be also used in the sentence like, please. Please don't fight. Okay, such kind of a sentence, in such kind of sentence, a speaker is requesting somebody not to fight. So in the request also, we use full stop. Okay, and then you have a sentence like, okay, I like movies. Full stop. Okay, and command elsewhere, don't do this, or such kind of a sentence, we use full stop. Okay, and then full stop is also used in abbreviation. Okay, many of you know what is abbreviation. You know, abbreviation means when you make the word shorter. All right, over here, example like BBC. All right, and CNN. Those are the abbreviation of a words, okay? And then abbreviation itself have some types. Now this kind of abbreviation doesn't use dot, but there are some abbreviation like example, okay? And that is etc. For such kind of, I'm sorry, this is a dot. Such kind of abbreviation, we use dot or a full stop, okay? And then there are also usage of many of you might have seen, okay, for PM and AM, and then some write AM dot over here and P dot M. All right. So this is a difference between the American English as well as British English, okay? In American English, we use PM without a dot, AM without a dot, capital letter, uppercase letter. And in British English, we use dot with the lowercase letter, okay? This is about the full stop. Okay, second important mark, punctuation marks over here is exclamation marks. Exclamation mark, okay? This particular punctuation is used to express the strong emotion, all right? You need to, whenever you express certain kind of emotion, strong emotion, we use exclamation marks, all right? For example, okay, I am really excited about, today's class, all right? And then you have another sentence, same one, I'm really excited about today's class. And over here, you use exclamation marks. This is how it goes. When without emotions, when you said, I'm really excited about today's class, you just put full stop at the end. When you're saying it, when you're really excited and you want to express that you are really excited about today's class, then you say, I'm really excited about today's class, and you have to use exclamation marks at the end. And then there are expression like okay, hooray, and then expression like ouch, and then there are some expression like, okay, oh my god, okay, and then there are many, okay, yippee, and then all those kind of expression we use punctuation marks called exclamation marks, because over here you are very excited, over here ouch, you show some pain, and then oh my god, you show some surprises, and likewise there are many more in English, okay? So whenever you try to express strong emotions, we use exclamation marks, all right? Okay, then the third one is question mark, all right? The symbol looks like this, okay? And then this particular mark is used when you have finished asking question, all right? There are different kinds of question: direct question, indirect question, what type of question, yes, no type of question. So any kind of question, when you use, example, the easiest one, what is your name? Okay, and when you finish asking question, you use question mark. Or you can also use it at the yes, no type of question. Have you seen the latest movie? You know, the answer could be yes or no, any type of question. Or there's another confusion. Okay, or some says example, okay, have you seen my book? Okay, inverted comma, where is my glass? And then you have a question mark. Now, the confusion over here is sometimes the student get confused because this particular sentence, okay, this particular mark comes along with this sentence. It is together. Where is my glass? It is a name of a book. All right. So it is a question, but the question mark is already over here. So what you have to do is, there are some students who ask question like, do I have to put another question mark? No. The answer is no. You don't have to use another question mark, but rather the one is enough. That comes along with the title of the book. That is enough. You don't have to use the next question marks. That is not necessary. Okay. The fourth one is comma. Okay. Comma. Those are comma, semicolon, or a colon are known as the pause mark, pause punctuation marks, whereas exclamation marks, a full stop, and the question mark are known as the terminal punctuation marks because it used to stop the sentences. All right. Okay. For comma, comma is the most commonly used punctuation marks. This is used to pause briefly and then continue. It's not completely stop, but in the comma, you have to pause for a while and then you continue your reading. Okay. For example, comma is used to separate item in the list. If you have more than two lists, two words, then you use comma. Okay. Example, I have a pen, pencil, book, and colors for the drawing. Okay, before we actually discuss about this, over here, colors. Okay, there are some who also write COLOURS. You know, this is also not wrong. This is also not wrong. Both are correct, but this is American English and this is British English. You can use either of the words. This is not wrong. So you might think that, oh, the U is not here and it is wrong. It is not wrong, okay? So it can be a color or a color. Only thing that you have to know is this is American English and this is British English. All right, now let's come to the comma, okay? Pen, pencil, book. When you have more than a two item, then you have to use the comma. When we speak, it's easy because we pause. I have a pen, pencil, book. You pause it naturally with the help of your voice modulation. But when you write without this, it would be like pen, pencil, book all together. That's why comma plays a very important role here. Pen, pencil, book, and color. This is one example. Now this is for the word, or you can use comma for to express phrasal verb as well. For example, okay, example, question like, why don't you take some rest, sleep, and watch movies. Okay, that's a phrasal verb. Okay, these are the phrasal verb. So you can use in this way as well. Okay, not necessary that you should use only for the words, but you can use comma at the phrases as well. Why don't you take some rest, nice sleep, and watch some movies instead of showing those grumpy face. You can use those comma in the phrases as well. Okay. All right. So the next one is comma can be used to express adverb. Okay, the word which is not related to the connected, or you cannot say it's connected, but the word which is different from the main clauses. Okay, for example, we say hopefully, and then you use comma. Hopefully, everything is right. Okay, so the word like hopefully, sadly, frankly, gradually, those are the words where you use it away from the main clauses. Okay, everything is right. So likewise, in this way also you can use comma, or you can also use comma before the name. All right, for example, Kevin can you come here? Can you come here? Question mark. Okay, so when you call out somebody's name, you pause there for a while. So likewise, Kevin, can you come here? You need a comma over here. And comma is also very important. There are so many questions related to the formal letter. Okay, for the salutation we write dear sir. Okay, dear madam. Or you can also say dear sir or madam, or dear sir, dear madam, dear John. Okay, now some student ask question whether we should use comma or we should not use comma. And then there are also questions like, okay, at the end you write yours truly or faithfully, sincerely. For those, there are also questions whether you should use comma or not. Okay, so it's up to you, because this is also over here. The different punctuation is used differently in British English as well as American English. In the British English, we use all those comma. In American English, we don't use comma. We write dear sir, and then you begin here. You don't use comma. Likewise, in the British English, you use comma at the end. But in the American English, you don't use it. So that is the difference between a British English and American English. And then there's also, the comma is also used in the linking words like however, moreover, so, although, even though. In those kind of words also, we use comma. That is all about the comma. Okay, the next one is semicolon. Okay, for semicolon, we use dot and then you have a comma at the down. Okay, this is the sign, and semicolon is normally used to combine closely related sentence. Okay, I'll show you the example. Or it can be used instead of conjunction. So in order to link two sentences, we normally use conjunction or a linking word. But without using conjunction as well, we can use semicolon and write a sentence. Okay, example, I thought it was beautiful, but she thought it was ugly. Okay, now in this sentence, you have two different sentences. I thought it was beautiful and she thought it was ugly. This particular sentence is talking about one particular girl, okay, and the two different opinions. So semicolon can be used over here instead of but. You can use semicolon and say I thought it was beautiful, she thought it was ugly. So it can be used to combine the closely related sentence, because these two sentences are related to each other. So when you use this kind of sentence, instead of but, we can also use semicolon. It is a kind of a pause, okay? And then it can be used over here. But is also known as linking word or a conjunction. But over here, the semicolon take the place of conjunction. This can also be done, okay? And then you have another, if I give you another example, you can also say, this is the best movie, okay? You can use semicolon over here. In fact, it is the best movie I have ever watched or seen anything. So in order to show the two closely connected sentences, you can use semicolon. this is the best movie. In fact, it is the best movie I have ever seen. All right, this can be used in this way as well. All right, the next one is, the sixth one is colon. The sign is, you have a two dot. You have seen this many a time in sentences, in story, in the book, in the text that you have read so far. Okay, the colon is used to list out the things, or use for the quotation. Okay, and then it can be also used to mention time or and ratio. All right, list of the things means many a time we say, okay, the discipline, the rules are as follow. Okay, and you say as follow. The rules are as follow. You write this. The ingredients are, and then you write colon, and then you list out the things. Okay, in order to list out the things, we also use colon, and then to the quotation. For example, over here, he said, colon, what is your name? Or he asked, or he asked, what is your name? Okay, so in this kind of, when you quote something, okay, we also use the colon before the quotation marks. Okay, and then to mention time and ratio, as you know that, okay, if you want to say it is 10:30 a.m. now, okay, you have this colon over here in order to show the ratio as well, 1:3, anything. In order to show the ratio, we also use colon. Now, the important thing is that whenever you use those punctuation marks, there are a question that, okay, when you write a word, don't leave the space before punctuation mark, but you have to leave the mark space after punctuation marks. For example, if you have to put full stop over here, okay, you don't leave so much space over here. Okay, you write over here, and then what do others do is, writing after a word, they write a huge punctuation marks. This is not done. Okay, and then after punctuation marks, especially after terminal punctuation mark, you have to use the letter, the first letter, as a capital letter, and then she. Okay, the first letter after the terminal punctuation marks should be capital letter. Okay, the last punctuation mark for today's class is apostrophe. As you know, what is apostrophe? This is apostrophe. Okay, so this particular punctuation mark is used mostly when you contract a word. Okay, for example, she. All right, that means she is or she has, depend upon the sentence. Okay, I am. This particular punctuation marks, apostrophe over here, is used in the place of missing letter. Okay, what is missing over here? I am. This is missing. So in order to contract the word, we use this whole lot of time. Okay, I am. So instead of missing letter, we use apostrophe. And then, okay, this is about the apostrophe for the contraction. And in order to show the possession, that it shows the belongingness of something. Like it is Tenzin's book, okay? Or this is Tenzin's book. Whose book is this? Okay, it shows who belongs this book. The book belongs to Tenzin. So in order to show the possession, we use apostrophe as well. So this is the most important punctuation marks that we normally use. So in today's class I have discussed 7 different punctuation marks, and there are other as well, like quotation marks. Those are used for the quotation. When we talk, there are so many. You might have seen that there are so many people who said it is beautiful. In order to stress something, analyze something, they use this gesture, this one. Okay, this shows that he's quoting something. Something is very important, stressing something. Okay, for the quotation marks. And then you have seen dashes, and those are also important, but these are mostly used in English. Okay, and I'll give you a few sentences. Let's do it, and then we will stop over here. Okay, the last part of today's class is the exercises part. Okay, see, I'm using colon over here because you have many questions down there. Okay, so the first one is, we went to the park today. What kind of punctuation you're going to use? Can you come over here? Watch out. Where is your sister going? Ouch, that really hurt. We have already discussed about this punctuation. I want you to do it yourself, and we shall discuss the answer in the beginning of the next class. Okay, so before we end, it was commonly used, or many of you already heard about this sentence. Okay, over here you see a sentence, let's eat grandma. When we talk, it's okay, but without any punctuation over here. Okay, let me write another sentence here. You put a comma over here after it, and then write grandma. This is telling that you're going to eat grandma. Let's eat grandma, because you're going to eat grandma. Let's eat burger. Likewise, it becomes. Now over here, with the help of punctuation, comma, let's eat grandma. You're telling grandma to eat. Over here, the contraction, as we have used this apostrophe, let's over here means let us. It's equal to let us. Let us eat grandma. You're telling your grandma to eat. So over here, without this, you have eaten the grandma. So the punctuation saves the life. Thank you.